peers. Yeah, this sheet is all dry, ma. Ma, this sheet of his is all dry. This is his fitted sheet. This is his fitted sheet. Yeah, I know that. Just doing laundry. Today was a day of chores, and I'm still doing them, but this is the relaxing one that all us girlies can relate to, just folding laundry. It's more satisfying to fold laundry than it is doing it. These are my brother's clothes, though. Here's the show. Here's the show. Not now. I'm streaming.
What? Is that sandwich some Chinese food?
Oh, I cook.
Oh, would you?
What can you decide? Just now.
I didn't know.
Just now. You told me when I was in the kitchen.
Friday Night Smackdown is a bluegrass concert.
Let them know we on the way. If they do everything. Already.
Tonight, a vocal rap.
No, this won't do. Hi there, Mackenzie. Just a long day of cleaning today. Both Sitter's house and
More to do tomorrow.
yeah, hardly got to clean our house. They're so busy cleaning another person's house.
What? Oh, okay.
Give me a second while I get the stream.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, though.
You saw it?
I was hardly paying attention to putting on the stream.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the game. Love, I'm watching Smackdown. I'm just putting it on the Xbox.
What's wrong with this guy?
I said I wanted to watch it. I started watching it too, but
Don't mind him. He doesn't belong here.
I was here first.
Yeah, well, I'm on my channel first because it's me, so.
I'm on your channel. Hello.
That's where you could cosplay Chainsaw if you wanted. Nah, you just gotta get dreads, but how would that work?
Faux hawk on.
Maybe I could put a wig, like, a bald cap on you, and then I could glue some braids on you.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, though. Yeah. Okay, now the show is on the TV server today. Back to folding. I gotta hang this on a chair because this is too dense to be hung on the side.
The entire world can see con lo que yo me enamoré del mundo. The one thing that I fell in love with as a kid. La lucha libre. La lucha.
I haven't seen this hoodie in a while. I haven't seen this hoodie in a while. That was funny. Your brother wanted to do Jade, so you gimmick. Yeah. That's because he has the energy to be him. Yeah, but he would never cosplay him. But speaking of Jay, so his plans in light of what happened on Monday with him losing the title, it was all for good cause, and I see that in a sense a little bit, but it's just sad that his run was a little short-lived. He could have kept it going a few more months.
That.
Show the chat. They probably agree.
Nah.
Come on, turn the camera to them so I can show them. How would y'all feel if Jay came out like this?
You dumb.
Gotta hype it up.
Pelvic thrust.
It's just him,
Woo!
It's just him, oops.
Don't forget the woo! Not you, mommy. Dumbass. Yeah, you're right. He could have kept it till SummerSlam. Exactly. Mommy, remember! Hi there. This woman can't keep it loud because every time she does, I get copyrighted or either y'all can't hear me. Oh man. It was already fine. Ew. This still stinks. Not my problem though, because it's honestly not my clothes. And to be fair, my brother won't really need sweatpants because it's starting to get hotter. So.
Time ticking down on his plan, as he says, to ruin wrestling. We know what lies ahead. We'll be defending against CM Punk.
Hi, SMB. Welcome back. I am from Long Island, New York. Another hoodie my brother wears. I kind of wear that. John Cena got a new attire T-shirt. Yeah. I wonder if it's to represent NASCAR. Maybe, I don't know. He knows the drill.
Please welcome the greatest of all time. WC 17.
when John Cena's gone, if he really is gone, he's gonna be so that announcer guy's gonna be so happy. He's like, yes, I'm no longer gonna do his personal entrance. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this in so long, Mommy. I haven't seen this in so long.
That's mine.
No, it's not. It's Buddles.
That one's mine.
What? Which one? Which one? Which one? This ain't
That one. That's mine.
that one?
Yes,
Is
that's
John Cena.
Okay.
I don't know why they have it on
Because I think he wore it too. Whatever.
John Cena.
It fits both of y'all.
John Cena. Yes, there have been great wrestlers. Yes, there have been great talkers. But no one in the past, certainly no one in the present, and no one in the future is even comparable to me.
That's because all you do is talk.
And the very reason I will always outmaneuver you is not because I
I
never
can
give
talk.
up.
I
No.
love to talk.
It is because I'm smarter
If
than
you
you.
know where that's from.
You can't see me. You all want to be me. And whether you're my opponent, whether you're watching at home or mesmerized by me in this very arena, I am always 1,000 steps ahead of you because you're simply worried about right here, right now. When I won this moment right now,
his
over a
Patriots
year ago.
jersey that I got him on his birthday.
You see, I announced my
I think back in
retirement
2021
early,
I
so
got
had
this on his
6 months
birthday.
to scout my most likely opponents. I knew
He'll be
anyone
glad to
could
wear
enter
that
the
again
Rumble,
this
so I
summer.
entered. And I also know if I lost the Rumble, I could use my seniority to guarantee
I guess
a
I
spot
could
in
put
the
it on.
Elimination Chamber.
I guess I could put it on
also
the
knew
rack
in
because
that
it is a
chamber,
little damp.
Punk and Rollins would melt down, giving me an easy win. And on that night, Cody Rhodes' focus was on the final boss. So all I had to do, seize the moment, shock the world, and become an unpredictable opponent. Then, all I did was use Cody's obsession with being loved and passion for the grand stage to guarantee myself a WrestleMania win. I used your fanfare of a 25-year-old rivalry in Randy Orton's hometown to lull him into a false sense of security. I put our truth in the main event. So all of you would care, and you took the
But it's a shame that our truth is not going to probably be involved in another John Cena storyline with him because I think they're building up for John Cena versus CM Punk. Hey, obviously, if they didn't make the match otherwise.
I used CM Punk's rebellious nature and sociopathic self-confidence to back him into a corner, where now if CM Punk really wants to take this, he has to admit to himself that he's a hypocrite. And I don't have to worry about Mr. Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins will never cash in on me holding this.
Yep, that's what people are questioning.
Seth Rollins wants me to leave with this. Because then when he cashes in, he is your only champion. Do you get it now? I am the greatest of all time for a reason. Oh, come on. While you've been busy using your
They
pathetic
put the
brains,
storyline
whipping
some
up
more
fake
with John Cena
stories, whether or
versus
not I
CM
sold
Punk.
my
Yes,
soul,
they will. Obviously, they wouldn't make the match
all I do is
otherwise.
simply put the math in my favor. I win matches before they even start.
Even though
And in 25 years, I've crunched every number, solved every puzzle,
we
and
still have to get
cracked
through
every code.
SummerSlam in order
And
to
thank
get to
God
that
I
one.
don't need your appreciation because you won't realize how good I am until 3 years after I'm gone. This is the greatest moment of your life, and to me, you are simply just a mathematical equation. And the math says that there will be no one ever worthy enough to earn the right to hold this again.
Cody Rhodes. Wouldn't you like to be in my house now? It smells nothing but disinfectant, floor cleaner, and linen. If that's not a germaphobe's wildest dream, then I don't know what is.
John Cena talking about Cody's obsession with being loved. Well, look at this and listen to this reception here in Lexington.
Man, big.
He is roughly the man who pinned John Cena a few short nights ago. Not many in the bank, albeit the love hope from his friend R-Truth. The heavyweight of the industry in 2025, Mr. Cody Rhodes. 6 days removed from teaming with Jey Uso hitting that crossroads in a football picture. Overseeing a fantastic
On the cherry coat. This is my freedom. MTV. MTV shirt. That's him. I wish I could have a shirt like this, just because I like I like the way how street fashion it looks.
Right. Yes.
But his point of view of MTV is different from mine, obviously, because MTV was different in the 90s, and I wasn't existing in the 90s. 2000s babies. It's getting less and lesser. The only anime shirt that my brother has, even though he has no clue what the hell My Hero Academia even is, but he just thought this shirt was cool, so he bought it. He's only aware of Deku. That's the only person he's aware of. Otherwise, he doesn't give a crap about anime at all. So he's a fake.
By the final boss, and I took my eyes off the prize. You're right. You used Randy's home field advantage against him.
It's still actually wet. Hi, Chief.
Mount Rushmore? Absolutely sure. But here you are with this 25-year master plan. And there's this parallel, there's this variable that you didn't account for. It's very simple. You laid out your whole story since you've been back. 25-year master plan, right? Why didn't you include the simple fact that this past Saturday you were looking up at the lights and I pinned you in the center of this ring.
That's true. We all thought he would pin Logan Paul, but he didn't.
Welcome to 25, right?
I'm not part of your plan.
Our matching family tee.
You're part of mine. So,
Our matching family tee. You guys
John
are probably
Rushmore.
familiar with the white tank top that I wear. Well,
Where is that
this is his
leave?
shirt of it.
You and I.
Yep. He's entering King of the Ring tournament tonight. Now, I don't know if this match is next, but if he's coming out, it must mean that. Because we have 2 men's matches for King of the Ring today and just 1 for Queen of the Ring.
The ring is filling up with WWE royalty. Anybody and everybody that had a pulse that saw you and I fight in St. Louis.
I only watched one anime and I haven't finished it. Hunter x Hunter. I never watched that, but that's a classic. But at least you didn't get merch. At least you didn't get merch from that anime, like my brother did, who has no clue what My Hero Academia even is. I mean, he knows the concept that it's about kids who has superpowers that go to school, but he basically said, so it's the Incredibles of animes. And I'm like, yeah, but it's more than that, but you know, he'll never get it because he's not an anime fan like me.
Number 15. Even if it means being in the King of the Ring tournament, I don't care who it is I have to go through, Cody. I love you like a brother, and you know that. I love you like a brother, and you know that, but I have to put your ass down to get to that punk. I will not hesitate to do it.
You always to get to that pump.
That's kind of funny, considering. Ma, he's in this match, so. But I was thinking, that was a thought in my head. What if, unfortunately, Sami Zayn will win, but Randy and Cody Rhodes compete against each other? Because that match still hasn't yet to happen, even though it's been teased for mad long.
And all week long, I've heard the whole damn world say,
I had this
we
stupid
want LA
bag.
Knight.
I'm about to empty it.
So I know what y'all want.
Do I like One
And I
Piece?
know for damn sure what none of y'all want.
Do I like
and
One
that's me
Piece? I don't
walking down
know.
here.
I haven't really watched it, but do I like, you know, enjoy the concept? I guess I do.
Defiantly as I walk down here, I am looking at the WWE establishment. I know that.
I never watched One Piece though.
I'm the
I should, though.
standing out here, and I like it that way. Yeah.
It might be faster to just watch the
Well,
Netflix
you got to understand
live action
something.
series.
See, you have this great little master plan of yours. My God, you're a genius. You did it all. But I know for damn sure your plans didn't include this man. Yeah. So let's go ahead and throw that plan on his head. Because here's how it goes down, my man. King of the Ring's right around the corner. What that means is I got a shot at you, I got a shot at you, I got a shot at you, all on the way to taking what's mine. And so if that means that unbreakable as I walk in there, I gotta drop a Viper. I gotta drop a Nightmare. And if I gotta drop a genius, balding bitch John Cena, I will be the WWE champion with everybody saying. Oh.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with him no more.
And with that, Cena just says, I've heard enough. The champion calls the shots in this game, and John Cena has made it abundantly clear on this run he will fight on his terms and his way.
truth. I guess I stand corrected. Yeah, but he got one of those little cool razor, like, you know, he got a cool razor cut. That's what I knew.
That was true?
Well then, yeah. Well, that's a cool razor cut that he has, because I know that he would have been bald, but I just thought he would, with the last little bit of hair he had, he would get a cool razor cut. Yeah. Razor cuts are always, like, you know, a thing that I wish I could get, but you still would have to shave a part of your head, and I kind of don't want to do that. I mean, I do at the same time, but I don't, because my hair's not that long enough. If my hair was longer than like it was back in 2020, I probably would consider doing that. Because I think when people like Bailey do have like a razor cut like that, and how they're so creative with the patterns and the sharpness of the print, it's so good.
2-day combo tickets on sale now.
Hi there. Ellen, I have some good mic skills. That he does.
We asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to our new stuffed crust.
This is exactly how I remember at my friend's birthday.
The last one didn't have this much cheese.
Now the box to your left, that's the Domino's stuffed crust you said you've had before.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza before.
Are you serious?
What
It's
towel?
Domino's first ever stuffed crust.
That's not your towel, that's Jay's
Melted
towel.
cheese and topped with garlic seasoning and parmesan.
What?
Mommy knows that's okay.
Try it for
Hey,
the
Ma.
first time
I
tonight.
just want that one. Then I see. That's
My brother's old Dave and Buster's t-shirt. This was a shirt that he had back at Dave and Buster's when he worked there, but he didn't, and he just stole the shirt when he quit. Yeah. Ron Killing just a stab. Yeah, now anyway. Yeah, did you see him? I mean, you should have seen him on Instagram when he lashed out at I think Bubba Ray when he said, "Why'd you cut your hair?" And he's like saying, "What you mean why?"
It'll power through this whole pile with ease.
He basically said, "I don't have to explain myself to you or anyone ever again. I told you."
Dawn's first suds that trap lock and remove 99% of grease.
Our truth
So it doesn't get passed from
is put to rest for now because Ron Killings is driving.
in a row.
Good one.
New Dawn power sets, the better grease getter.
And that is everything.
Safe outdoor monitoring. How do we compete?
And that is everything.
And live agent monitoring.
Stop. This is simply safe.
And those are hospital socks. That they are, because we stole mad at them every time we went to the hospital, so.
Because of extra large.
Because they're flushable.
Huh?
Because
No, they're talking about the hospital socks.
Let's watch. The wet side clears, while the dry just smears.
It's just like our butts. Dude wipes. Best clean, pants down.
On WhatsApp, your personal
No.
messages.
You mean shells?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
You
did?
can't
Yeah.
see them.
Here you are. Now take this away from me.
We can't read them.
Here you are. Take that away.
They're all
Take that away and give them to him, woman.
on WhatsApp.
I'm just playing.
No one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
Big news! All you can eat wings and fries is
Hi
back
there.
to Buffalo Wild Wings with boneless and traditional wings. And I'm gonna eat loads of them. Truckloads
And
of
throw out those
traditional,
dryer
boatloads
sheets.
of boneless. Or truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
Use them. They're already dried up.
Check my body for
Okay, this is empty.
Resident Hero.
Empty. You need to
Clean on the counter.
money.
Yeah. I saw that on TikTok.
We're turning the corner towards Fanatics Fest. It's next week in New York. Want to let
Don't let TikTok corrupt you now. Ron Killings is doing a storyline rivalry with John Cena will be interesting. Yeah, but how will it work? How will it work if they're trying to build it? How will it work if they're trying to build up CM Punk with the story? Because if Ron Killings keeps this up, people are going to favor him more than CM Punk, which is like, you know, not bad, because kind of I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone when they said they want R-Truth / Ron Killings to be the one to fight John Cena now with his new persona. But we gotta see CM Punk first. Hi there. Oh, John Cena, not the hat turn. He went all Dr. Thugonomics. Mr. Thugonomics. Oh man. It would have been even funnier if it wasn't voiceover by Joe Tessitore, but it was funny seeing that. I know, not the hat turn. Not the word life hat turn. You ain't Ash Ketchum. Hunter x Hunter is a long anime compared to others because I already watched like 140 episodes. Maybe I'm overreacting. Nah, it's valid because there's lots of animes that I know are classic and I wish I could watch, but there's so many episodes that I'm too lazy to watch. And I'm like, it's too much. Like, I don't know who has that much time to just watch an anime, like, you know, dedicate themselves to watching a whole anime that's either still ongoing or still, like, you know, finally finished, and it's just watching it for months and months. You know how many hours that is to watch a whole anime, especially one that has probably like 500 plus episodes? I have no idea. Well, I said before my choice would be Randy Orton because I think a match with Sami Zayn and Randy Orton would be most entertaining. So I'm hoping it's Randy, kind of.
The semifinals will all be decided Saturday, June 28th. Night of Champions from Saudi Arabia.
My brother bought a nice Messi jersey today on his day at the laundromat. So I was gonna probably dress up in the pink and black Y2K outfit that I wore on Valentine's Day because his jersey is pink and black, and I'm like, oh, I can match this outfit with the black and pink outfit I wore for Valentine's Day, the little Y2K scene outfit that I wore, and I'm like, it'll be so great wearing that again. A lot of you did say that was one of my best, like, you know, J fashion looks.
Randy Orton will look to fix that this year.
Yeah, that was the ref's discretion in that final.
It's pink and black.
Terrible discretion, I might add. It was clearly not in there.
They were able to handle later that summer. It's great to have.
It's obviously a fake. It's obviously a fake jersey, but there's this store. There's a store right next to the laundromat that sells replicas of it.
That's a roll-up.
Hello. Quickly trying to finish things off.
Because they had a Barcelona T-shirt that I wanted to get to, and it was really nice. But I didn't have money on me that time when I went to the laundromat with him.
He's going to have to learn that crack the long way, i.e. winning this tournament.
I watch WWE. No, I just look at it for the picture. Of course.
Mass attempt as well. Fatal four-way. King of the Ring, opening round.
Right, don't go in combat because you ain't nobody.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with a boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting. For up to
I'm not lying. I'm being sarcastic. There's a difference.
That's a lot of inviting. Airwick.
I used to play soccer for high school in club. That's cool.
No, Mom. Look what I can do. Ta-da!
Toasted roast
I
beef and
mean,
cheddar from Jimmy John's. Warm French
I like
bread, melted
Messi,
cheese.
but
Speaking of
I don't really
toasted,
know
hey,
him
Brad,
as a player
crispy.
that
Toasted
much.
sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
I've only liked him probably because last year, no, 2 years ago that they were rooting for Messi and his team to win the World Cup, and I think he did.
Being an unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes.
Yes, do you want me to be boring and say yes? Like, yes, I do watch WWE. Like, what would my thumbnail mean otherwise?
Ranger, for the ones who get it done.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. No, it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Hey, look at that. They got one of DirecTV's new genre packs.
I think you mean genre packs.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now they can pay less and pack just the TV they want.
Pick the TV they want.
Yeah, now you're getting the
You have period cramps?
I give up.
You have period cramps here? I'm sorry. Well, if they're intense, I would just suggest. If they're intense, I would just suggest buy yourself some gel Advils and obviously take them.
Should I shave my head? Comb it over. Wear a hat.
Buy some Advil gels and take them, and if you have it, use a heating pad and put it on your stomach, and it'll numb it for like maybe like a half hour at most, and then you'll start falling into sleep, and that's where your periods will your period cramps will start to start lessening.
Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this is your
But
dad's hair
if you
loss.
don't have a heating pad, I guess the best thing I could suggest is have a fan next to you, because you'll get hot because you're sweating obviously because the painness of the cramps. So if you have a fan or anything, just put it on you and it'll make you like feel at least cooled down. If you can't be heated, you can numb cramps away with coolness too. So, because that's what I used to do. Before I got the heating pad, I used to have cramps and I just put the fan over me and they just stopped.
This is how you reimagine a classic. How to Train Your Dragon, rated PG.
I'm not a mom, but thanks.
First round of the King of the Ring tournament is underway.
Even though you just saw me one time.
Will advance to the Night of Champions Saturday,
June 28th. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Aleister Black, and Melo. Well, you were there in LA, Wade, calling the action Money in the Bank. In LA Knight, there was a moment there on the ladder where I think everybody in the Intuit Dome felt Knight was going to cash in right in LA.
You watch tennis sport, can you see yourself playing that, or am I athletic? No, I am not athletic in the slightest. Unless you count dancing as being athletic, but I don't think you can. People would probably call that, like, you know, the wannabe athletes or something. I'm not athletic in the slightest, but I do try to exercise at least, like, you know, daily by just stretching and doing yoga. And the dance is a workout all in itself. With every fast-paced J-pop song I do. Do you think I could really do J-pop songs that fast and efficiently? Well, somewhat efficiently, that easily. No, you have to try that at least like 3 or 4 times before you actually get it right. But it usually takes me like 2 days max to learn a whole new routine, unless it's like so simple that it just requires one. But if it's a long one, then I definitely need a few days.
And guess who's here?
Hey!
Able to get away from it. Aleister Black unable to do so. The Viper smashing Aleister Black right on top of the announce desk.
We got a bunch of smashed monitors, and I'm sure the spine of Aleister Black must be pretty smashed up itself after that impact.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, LA Knight taking advantage against Melo.
Yeah, and that's the word, advantage. You have the advantage. It's one-on-one. 2 men down on the outside. You got to win it now.
Melo trying to regain himself.
By the way, in case you haven't seen my post, my Cash App is up and running, and it is now on the link down below, as well as my Ko-Fi. So if you have any donations, whether it's to my brother's still ongoing goal of going to Fanatics Fest to meet Tom Brady, that link is there. And if it's if you want to just donate to me personal, then my Cash App's down there as well. So thank you for anything if you consider donating. It's well appreciated.
That's just too long for the Viper to stay down.
And don't worry, Mackenzie. I remember doing a drawing for you. I just probably won't reveal it until I actually reach 2K. But I'm almost there.
By Aleister Black, totally eyeball from Aleister Black, so precise with those strikes.
He looked to send Orton out of the ring, but instead he turns things around against the Viper, right into the post.
Now for a take 2, the megastar leaping skyward. Melo equal to it.
Gets sent back. Is he going to fly from there? Cross Melo for the win. Oh, and coming in and making the save at the last possible minute is Aleister Black.
Thank you. Get here.
I've always wanted to be a lawyer.
You are doing what you were meant to do, Rudy.
We do not surrender at this firm.
You look like you have an opinion. I got fired.
Why can't you back away from a fight?
I screwed up. It's over. I do know a law firm looking to hire. You know, it used to be a taco hut. You don't say.
By the way, shout out to all my BTS fans. They're back, baby. I can't wait to be an active BTS fan again.
We start Monday.
Today's Festa, but I don't really do much to celebrate Festa like other girls do. You know, they buy a cake, they have a whole mini birthday party to themselves and stuff. But I don't do that. I just send my well wishes and that's it.
Who saved their lives? That hospital knows City. They're alive. They killed my boy. Let us help you.
I'm so excited for the 4th of July because I'm going to obviously stream because what do you know? Monday Night Raw is on the 4th of July. Now, will they take the day off and pre-record? And I'm not sure, honestly. They might have a pre-recorded show that day, but either way, I'm going to stream it, of course. But I'm convincing my mom to showcase a special like, you know, firework trick for you.
It's murder. Question is, how high up does it go?
So on that stream, I hope you'll like join me at the end of it, so my mom can showcase her firework trick that I think you'll all want to see, because it is really beautiful and really cool. She has been doing it ever since I was little, and with how old she is, it's like amazing she could still do this. Knowing how incredibly dangerous it is, probably, but she does it anyway.
No, that's the smartest thing you've said yet.
The Rainmaker, the new series premieres August 15th on USA.
Cats can be a tough read. Cats can be a tough read. Definitely use these. That color. So many options.
Okay, I said thank you for beautiful the first time. Now you want me to thank you for saying cute? It all applies
This
either way.
Father's Day, let Macy's be your guide to gifting.
Thanks for calling Consumer Cellular.
Am I cooking hot dogs and cheeseburgers for the 4th of July? I'm not sure. We don't really do much for the 4th of July either. We just watch all the fireworks outside of our house because our neighbors behind our house usually buy the most fireworks almost every year.
You're embarrassing yourself.
The only thing I could see myself doing on the 4th of July is having sparklers, because we always have a limited supply of sparklers, because my brother always steals them from his friend's house, who always stocks up on fireworks. He actually buys a lot of fireworks so he can sell them around here. So he buys a lot of fireworks from like either Florida or Pennsylvania, and he brings them to Long Island and then sells them at his house. And he like advertises it on Facebook like I'm selling fireworks and stuff. So yeah. But my brother's friends with that guy, so he steals a couple from them.
Megastar eats that big elbow. Just exhaustion kick in there for Aleister Black, but denied again was Carmelo Hayes. Look at this strike sequence as well. Various levels, kicks, punches, elbows, into the cover to try to advance. And a count of two before Melo kicks.
I am from Long Island, New
Nobody has
York.
figured out the kind of defenses you need to stop these relentless attacks from Aleister Black. It's a full-body workout when this guy gets going.
The speed at which they come, it is
No,
non-stop.
and I don't want to be married right now. I'm perfectly happy being single.
Randy delivers the two big blows.
Talk about the speed at which they...
Scoop slam Randy Orton. And how about one for night? Oh no, you want some?
So much torque and momentum and so much impact on the line.
Why Pikachu? Because that's been my username ever since I was 12, and I had a crazy Pokemon obsession at the time. But that kind of got my obsession like with pop culture, you would say. So I mixed my name Kayla with Pikachu, so Pikachu.
Just barely.
With a neck breaker connected on Randy Orton in the process.
Okay, you guys are spamming, and everyone who actually wants to watch this channel knows what happens to spammers.
Racing here in Lexington, 11,922. $1 million plus gate in Lexington, highest grossing WWE event here in history, and they've got star power everywhere.
Every man goes for his heaviest hitter here.
BFT on Aleister Black.
Aleister Black tried his best to roll out of it. I don't think he quite did.
To win it.
Oh.
Wyatt saves it. Fatal four-way, and Mello comes in to saves it after the megastar hit the BFT.
I'm not looking for
Saving his
Smackdown. I'm
own
watching
chances
it.
in the match in the process.
Like,
1-4 finish.
points out the obvious.
Even if the pinfall is not on you, it's game over.
Hi there.
That slams down Mello.
Resourceful coming up with whatever he can, and with the ring cleared out apart from Carmelo Hayes, now is the time.
Oh, he loves that leaping elbow when he's able to line it up.
Oh yeah, I should have guessed. Yeah, Braun and Braun attacking LA Knight, right? I mean, fairly so, because he attacked him before. You had your chance.
Mello says, I'll take advantage. Top rope
That's great. I'm sure you do. You don't, but I'll take it. Yeah. I'm sure. That's how much I like you. Still, I'm not playing.
Whichever lively total will take place next week. This is what LA thought he had it won. Bronson reached one of them shortly followed by Braun Breaker. Payback from Monday. Carmelo Hayes going big. But
I know, he's been doing that so efficiently all the time. RKO's in midair all the time. Yeah. I wanted Randy to win, but I wanted him to do it himself, not just take advantage of, the attack. But we couldn't have known, so. Hi there.
Sami Zayn, who qualified this past Monday on Raw. They will be contesting that semi-final right here next week.
Oh, that baby's just shirtless on that dad's back.
Is our queen of the ring. Fatal four ways. Jake Cargill, Misha Pemberton, and Nia
I'm from Long Island.
Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae, and the incomparable Charlotte Flair. 2 women's fatal four ways.
Oh, there is 2 women. Why'd they only advertise one then?
The United States champion is here.
Hi there.
The United States champion is America's most wanted. And I'm coming live and direct inside the Rock Arena. Y'all know what I mean?
We do you mean, Fatu? We do you mean? Who's next?
We do you mean? What do y'all mean? You know what I mean? Am I watching with the family? Nope, I'm watching with my mom only. As I do every Friday.
This place is filled with ninjas who have overcome
Hi there.
all obstacles.
If you work hard enough, you can achieve anything.
Oh my gosh, Mom, that's the TikToker I follow, Mommy. That's the TikToker I follow on American Ninja Warrior. I follow him on TikTok, Ma. And now he's training the new people, Ma. He's the winner of 2020. He's the winner of 2020. Every time I see him on TikTok, he's with his son, Mommy. Always trying to make his son like jump off of stuff, but it's like little stuff, like a little trampoline. He's trying to teach him how to jump for real because all he does is take a step, and it looks like he's jumping. He's like, no, you gotta jump.
We're making you a one-topping cheddar
It's
crust
so
pizza
cute
for
though because he has a skate slash gym in his basement that he has.
Love your plugins, but wish you had more scent control? Meet the Febreze Plug Scent Booster. Enjoy the same 50 days of
I can't remember. I'm sorry I can't tell you who he is though because I kind of forgot his name. I just know that I follow him on TikTok and both Instagram, and I always see him on my For You page, and I like watching him.
Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Are you a caddy?
No, I'm a Doug, and that's a Limo.
Okay, I'm gonna putt now.
Okay, I'm gonna watch the putt.
Oh!
Nice birdie.
Yes, he is a very nice bird.
Oh no, Limu! Look at it!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty,
Hi,
liberty.
Mom, look what I can do.
No, Mom. Look what I can do. Ta-da! Toasted roast beef and cheddar from Jimmy John's. Warm French bread, melting cheese. Speaking of toasted, hey pal, looking crispy. Toasted sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
Everyone loves Corduroy's plush convertible bean bags. When it's time to rest, there's a bed inside, filled with our proprietary blend of hypoallergenic foam. Corduroys are American-made with washable covers and a lifetime guarantee since 1998. And now is the best time to get your corduroys during our limited time sale. Corduroys is where life unfolds. So visit corduroys.com now and get 25%
That is a comfy
off
beanbag chair,
everything.
honestly.
Being single for years, what would it do to you?
I would have a beanbag chair in my room if there was room for it, but my room is too
Would it make
small.
you lose hope? Would it make you feel disconnected? I wouldn't know. Because I'm using datemyage.com. Grab your phone or laptop. Go to Date My Age. Get started for free.
Is the 25 in your name because you're 25 years old? No, next year I will be. It's 20. The number 25 is there because that's Pikachu's number in the Pokédex. He's the 25th Pokemon. So.
One person saying this, one person saying that.
Does everybody really believe everything
Who do I think is going to win in both Queen of the Ring qualifying match? I have no idea actually. I heard they saw the first set, so all I saw was Jade Cargill and Charlotte. Those are like the top two picks I saw, so I figured it could have been those two. But I have to see everyone else to be set on the ideas.
Coming up to Victor in the first
Yeah,
round, King of the Ring.
I'll be 25 next year. Two. They were a little late with the pyro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the United States champion, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu!
Hey, love. Wait, last week, we all heard Solo Sikoa backstage saying he could control Jacob Fatu, saying, all gas, no brains. So you were on the call Money in the Bank with the resulting action because Jacob himself heard that as well.
All this man does is just think about himself. He is literally all gas, ain't no brains.
Oh.
Fatu did indeed hear every word. Now, 24 hours after this, Money in the Bank, Jacob Fatu went strong. It looked like Sikoa was going to stroll to victory. Not quite.
Do you ever pan the camera to see your mom and the TV? I can pan the camera to my mom, but not the TV because I'm trying to avoid copyrights. That's why I don't have the camera pointed to the TV.
With the body of Sikoa sent crashing through the table, and with it went Sikoa's chances of victory in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
already got blocked. I already got blocked for whatever reason for my Money in the Bank live stream. I just decided not to delete it because that's watch hours that I definitely could use.
Let's keep it 100.
Do I only watch WWE? Yes, I do. But I always keep tabs of other wrestling companies. So if there's news in other wrestling companies that's like, you know, crosses the lines with WWE, I will make you all aware of that all the time.
And try to snake them.
Hi there, Matt.
Just because we both come from the same bloodline, don't mean that you can take all the credit for your hard work. So Solo says, I wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't for him. Solo says, Jacob Fatu would be nothing if it wasn't for him. This is exactly why I had to remind Solo and Money in the Bank what happens when you don't get in.
Oh, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to me, Jacob Fatu. You did what you should have done years ago.
It's me against the world now, baby. Because Jacob Fatu is all game.
Thank you.
And no breaks with it. Y'all know me.
That's right. Tell them how you feel, Jacob. Tell them how you feel.
That's why they weren't cheering. I was like, why aren't you cheering?
Are you done getting everything off your chest? And Money in the Bank, you could have made the biggest mistake of your life. And I can forgive you.
Did your mom get you into wrestling? How long have you been a fan? Ever since I came out of the womb, to be like pretty honest about it. But
nothing.
when I became like, you know, a real legit fan, it was back maybe like when I was 15, because even though I've been around wrestling my entire life, I never was a fan of it because I always thought it was an annoying boy thing that my mom happened to just like because it's been around that long. But as soon as, like, you know, I understand the concept of wrestling, everything changed.
I will be in the middle of the ring with open arms, willing to take you back, Jacob.
Been fan for years, but I've also explored others because some ex-WWE stars still do really good work. Ricochet, yeah, all those guys, all the AEW guys, yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry, I keep like up to date with all those guys because of course they are a part of WWE, and I grew up with most of those guys too, so I have to, like, you know, make sure they're doing well for themselves, because if they didn't, then that's like a real shock to me. What did I think about Money in the Bank? It was fine at the very least, but let's be fair, the only like good stuff was probably Naomi's win and R-Truth's return, because like most people say about this year's Money in the Bank, it was like, you know, unexpectedly short, and I'll never understand why, because Money in the Bank is, for the first time, Money in the Bank didn't have any title matches except for Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, and that's like, you know, it doesn't make sense to me, because in every Money in the Bank there's always been a title match, because that way somebody could cash it in or have the option to cash in, and the fact that they didn't have that, like, that's like, you know, doesn't make sense.
Postpone? Chelsea, we're not postponing anything. In fact, now that I think about it, it looks like the Secret Herb is here. It looks like Alba Fire is ready for action. So I think Alba Fire can take your place tonight. That's a great idea. Oh, you're not authorizing it. Oh, well, that's such a shame, because I just authorized it, and I don't really care what you have to say. So, Alba, I suggest you go get ready.
I don't care. Oh, don't act like you're not happy about it.
I need Julia now.
Julia isn't here.
Well, that's convenient.
Look, I know that you want to get your hands on her after what happened last week, Selena. But
first of all, I have been snatched harder by better. Okay.
Hello, my name
It's
is
the girl.
Hi
It's the
there.
girl.
So I've never been here before. What's my favorite wrestler? It's always the answer will always be Rhea Ripley.
I am the United States champion.
Well, I'll make
So,
sure.
next week, I'm going to confront her face to face.
Okay.
Because I don't really need to pretend or hide for nobody.
Thanks
So
for
the small
joining
with the biggest
me.
mouth is making you look
Either way,
stupid
thank you.
anyway.
Okay then.
How was my date today?
We all owe Zelina for lowering the phone.
A lot of cleaning. Not just my house, but kids I babysit cleaning too. But I hardly had time to clean my own house, so I'm gonna still clean tomorrow. I'm gonna finish what I did tomorrow. Whoa! Jade Cargill, lovely lady. That's a nice purple, but sometimes I wish she would. Sometimes I wish, like, you know, she didn't have to put silver on everything that she wears. I understand because she wants like that little storm effect all the time, and the only way to do that is to put reflective print on her outfit. But sometimes I wish that she could just have like some nice bedazzles or sequins or something, because that perfect color of lavender always looks pretty with sequins, and I wish that she would wear sequins with that. But I appreciated that she chose a kind of reflective pattern that shines purple, like, you know, hue, and that's like, you know, a way to make up for
When
it.
you order any pizza, we'll hook you up with a free pizza later. That's a pizza now and a free pizza later. Get even more with a hot hookup. Order now, only on the Pizza Hut app.
Sure you can. Sure you can.
Big dog.
Mommy.
Mel's calling.
Mommy, say hi. Yeah, no one really cares about that. Don't jinx anything to me now. And that's my mom, everyone.
Yeah.
She'll be the loud woman.
We hope you compare quotes and save half
She said it's Friday the 13th, but it's still wrestling, so who cares?
Save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, she came out fighting. 2 days
My
old, she had
favorite
to have a
wrestler, Julia's not
all
here
of a sudden,
tonight
she's
on
on
Smackdown.
5
I gotta
different
wait till next
medications.
Friday.
Me and the
Yep,
pharmacist
so
got
it seems.
tight. She said, GoodRx can save you a lot of money. Save that extra $200-300 a month. You know, you do the math. The money we're able to save with using GoodRx, we're able to do all these extra activities. She can hit hard too for a little skinny thing. So it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Sup, Sax?
Hi, Tony.
No, yeast. Try this toasted chicken bacon ranch with melty provolone. Warm and comforting, huh? Not like my dad. New toasted sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
Everyone's getting that new Simply Save outdoor monitoring.
How do we compete with AI-powered outdoor cameras and live agent monitoring?
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Whoa! I didn't even see those guys.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
Trade proposal.
deal. Try the new DQ
Mommy,
Summer
can I
Blizzard
have-
menu because nothing
Mom,
says
can I
summer
have a
like
little
baseball
bit of
and
food
blizzard
now?
treats.
Resident Alien. New episode tonight at 11 on USA and Sci-Fi.
Hi, Tony, again.
WrestleMania 41 was the most successful WrestleMania in history. We shattered every record from attendance to viewership. So we're running it back to the sports and entertainment capital of the world.
What is my favorite Disney movie? Oh boy, that's like asking me. That's like asking me, like, you know.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
It's like asking me what's my favorite age was, because I would have no idea what my favorite age would be.
By the way, go on social media and watch Triple H's making of that announcement as he's on the roof of the Legion Stadium.
You can't just eat. Of course I can. Like, what the hell? It's my own house. My mom is just serving me food like a mom. So what's wrong with that?
Get me up there on top of that direction.
Yeah, you're a big one. Not a big fan of heights. Good for you, Triple H. The menace already in ring, ready to do battle.
I have no idea what my favorite Disney movie is, but I would say as of now, you know what? I think really I would say if I had to choose, because based on my life, like what I always was inspired by was Cinderella. Like, I think it's Cinderella and Ariel, because I always had those DVDs. Those are like the first Disney DVDs that I ever bought back then.
Zayn in this tournament a year ago. Zayn was DQ hitter with a steel chair. There is Piper Niven.
You live in Bangladesh. No, that's cool. I live in Long Island, New York.
Became Queen of the Ring
USA.
to win the Women's Championship at SummerSlam.
I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish, so perdón, Pedro, no hablo el español that much.
Queen, no. At least for the time being, at least for 2 more.
Well, I'm sorry.
Beyond that, should she win it again?
Well, I'm sorry if it sounds strange, but that's how me and my mom work.
Continue.
Jade, Michin, Nia Jackson, Piper Niven. Piper was trying to regain the momentum that she had as the runner-up of Queen of the Ring in 2021. Quick to the floor with Michin.
What did you? I said it's both a mix between Cinderella and The Little Mermaid are my favorite, because those are the 2 DVDs that I actually told my mom to spend money on at the time, because I love those movies so much. I even like, you know, bought those silly sequel movies, like, you know, those only at-home sequels of both Cinderella and Ariel. So.
And now right in the center of the ring, Jade and Michin face off.
I was thinking earlier on her entrance, nothing could improve the visage that is Jade Cargill. However, I was wrong. A crown certainly would be highly appropriate on this apparition that is the Storm.
Look at the athleticism and look at the strength backbreaker. And she goes right to the lateral press, and Michin able to kick out with ease.
And I love the fact that you mentioned in last year's tournament it was Nia Jackson who knocked out Jade Cargill. This is a very, very different Jade Cargill. As a Jade Cargill now stands on her own 2 feet, and that was abundantly clear after her performance at WrestleMania 41 this year.
It'll be Jade, of course.
There's no doubt about it. That WrestleMania moment for Jade Cargill, that was special.
Beautiful drop kick there from Michin. You've got the woman down. No other woman in close proximity. Here it is. Too much still left in Jade.
Can you pour me soda too in my cup? I forgot it.
But the mean, moody, magnificent Piper Niven out here causing major damage.
Slam right to the floor. And then the rolling sets on. As you see, Whitson in pain is
dinner of the night. Jarro en carne guisada.
It was a high-risk sense of Piper Niven on the outside. She took herself out in the process. And that is exactly the opening Nia Jax was looking for to take full control of this match.
Well, these two in the ring, they know what it is like to tangle with each other. Nia Jax is saying, I want that crown. I will be queen again.
Yes, indeed. Nia Jax had an amazing
No, you
setback
wait.
several weeks ago trying to dethrone Tiffany Stratton. Well, you win the queen of the ring again, you get yourself another shot.
There's never been a two-time queen or king of the ring in WWE. Nia trying to be back-to-back as Piper Niven comes back in to enter the ring.
Indianapolis, they had it once. That's
Who
good enough.
want to manage and handle Jade Cargill?
Smart thing to do. Piper Niven showing allegiance temporarily to Nia Jax because it behooves both of them to do so in their pursuit of victory tonight. Take out Jade Cargill, open a pathway. Easier said than done, apparently.
One eats an elbow, the other right into the post, and now that big pop kick from Jade.
Unfortunately, a little too hard. Clear both women out of the ring.
I'll give a full description. I'm Puerto Rican, Dominican, and I'm Catholic.
And meanwhile, Michin is back to her feet, and is she lining them up?
Nia Jax.
She is!
Yeah, she does.
Moonsault right onto all three of her chief rivals. Queen of the ring, first round, fatal four-way.
I still don't like her.
Look at Michin.
You go, Michin.
Sorry, I really didn't say much about the outfits because most of the girls are just wearing their usual get-ups except for Jade because Jade is the one who wears, like, you know, the different custom stuff. Nia Jax is just wearing her same, you know, one-piece bodysuit, just in a different pattern, different color, but I'm glad she's wearing the good color of blue. And Michin, she always just wears the standard tank and shorts. But I appreciate that that on her jeans it has a little bit of lace ruffles on it, and I love those type of styles.
Lesson life. Enjoy 40 days of freshness your way. Here at Mint, we love green, and I'm excited to tell you about a deal that will save you a lot of green. We're teaming up with Samsung to give you unlimited premium
And Piper's always wearing her
and
suit,
the new Galaxy
but she always
S25
rocks that
AI
suit.
for $30 a month. Your friends
Lady in a
with
suit
green
is always
and
good.
those green bubbles? Not an issue.
Hell,
So
I
you can
wore the
like
suit mat more than the
messages
dress
and do
usually,
proper group chat
and I
with
rock
any
it.
phone. Video that doesn't look like it was filmed on a brick. It turns out it actually is easy big green. The frog is a liar.
And the bodysuit is badass, if you say so, but it's too basic.
No one, not even WhatsApp, can hear your personal messages. So your baby's first introductions stay private.
Big news! All you can eat wings and fries is back at Buffalo Wild Wings with boneless and traditional wings. And I'm gonna eat loads of them. Truckloads of traditionals, boatloads of boneless. Truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
Well, nobody wrestles in a dress per se, but they do have, like, you know, dress-like features on their outfits sometimes if it comes to their skirts or their tops.
This is 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give
But you know what? Dominic wears that long skirt
because
every time. Sometimes he takes it off, but sometimes he keeps it on at the same time, and I'm impressed like that he can fight in that, cause that would be hard, especially for a guy who has such a big feet. Yes, Mom. Sorry about that. I gotta reset the live because it lagged again.
There's only wonder.
Winner and Queen of the Ring.
Green regime's house of cards has been tumbling of late, mainly thanks to US champ Zelina Vega. First for Piper Niven to stop the rock tonight.
Oh, look at the punishment that Jade Cargill is forced to take with the hip attack. As Piper and Nia teaming up to deal, the cannonball comes in with Jade Cargill.
Hi there. Long white dress and
Nia says, hey, hold on a second. That
who
wasn't part of the
who
game.
wears shorts if they have a long dress? Unless they're safety shorts, then probably. But I don't get shorts. Because most women would just wear panties underneath their dress and just their panties, but not me. I would rather wear my panties and have safety shorts over them.
Call that second win, and how devastating was this?
Puts the leg as Mi Jin all of a sudden with an offensive surge.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mi Jin, who has been mainly tagging with
what game system do I have? We have an Xbox One. That's how my mom watches and streams all this. This Xbox One is specifically for streaming only. It's an old Xbox One. My brother has an Xbox One S in his room, so that's what me and him used to play on.
It has been impressive stuff here in our fatal four-way. As Piper Niven now looking to be back in control. Mi Jin trying to counter that effort.
Sorry, I'm not eating. It's just that I usually wait for my food to cool down. Because my mom always keeps it mad hot. She always wants me to burn off my tongue like her. I don't know why, but she just loves burning off her tongue.
Never going to be power against this trio. Oh,
for the win to advance.
Now you see the lock in the eye of
sheer pantyhose is a good alternative too, but it depends what kind of style you wear. And for a long dress, there's no need for pantyhose, really.
See Jade Cargill on the outside, and Nia and Piper are coming out to meet her.
Badly damaged Jade Cargill. He's taking a hell of a beat in this one.
Look at how courageous she is, though, willing to fight both of them.
Well, this is called being trapped between a rock and a hard place.
Oh my God! Wade! Barrett.
Just went absolutely flying as hard as anybody has ever gone over our announce desk, and it took out Wade.
Harder as anybody gone to our announce desk. That's a lie.
And now back to action inside the ring. Hopefully this headset is still working right now. Slamming down.
Oh my God, Wade Barrett. He didn't really take the hit that much. He just fell backwards to give it dramatic effect.
Wait, are you okay?
Oh, wait, I'm fantastic, Joe. Can't be any better.
I'm fantastic.
Look at Mi Jin trying to fight
that's
back.
great. I'm eating rice and kanagisa.
And Piper.
For those who don't know what that means, basically in English it means just chunks of beef.
All right, Joe, I think I'm back in business. I shrugged it off. Although, I don't know what happened to Jade Cargill, who took a way heavier landing than I did, that's for sure.
She's going up top.
Hey, hi, Matthew and Gabby.
Time for the win.
He said hi.
Oh, and Piper Niven comes in.
Clubbing blow to the jaw just at the right time.
And these two, who were acting as a tandem to get to this point in the match, all of a sudden have turned on each other. The barrier of timekeeping. Piper sends Nia right through the barrier.
They have taken herself up, but no staggering up as Piper Niven. I think Queen Nia's done there. Such a heavy landing.
Boy, and Mi Jin does not want to be in this position. An enraged Piper just took out Nia Jax, and now she's going up to that second rope looking for that Piper bomb, and she lands it. Oh, but here's Jade. Here's Jade. Is she gonna Jade and Piper?
Yeah, she.
Wow, she does it.
Yeah, she lives there.
How strong is Jade?
You fell.
fact that Jade Cargill could have made it easier by just pinning Michin, she did it. She decided to pin Piper instead to attack her and then pin her. Because she could have saved way more seconds if she just pinned Michin because she was finished. Roxanne Perez.
Take place next week, right here on Smackdown, the semi-finals of the Congratulations, Jade Cargill.
Yes, I'm single and I want to stay that way.
For the rest of the division, Naomi is Miss Money in the Bank. We will hear from
You guys are not in love with me. You're just in love with the delusion. That's all.
WWE and Atlanta are bringing the classics back. The Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event. And the history-making all-weather spectacle Evolution. 3 massive shows. 1 unforgettable weekend.
Oh dear, my night is getting better. To everyone asking what I'm eating kanagisa with haro, which I said before in English basically means rice and beef chunks. You make it sound like I'm ugly all the time, and if I'm ugly to you, then I don't care. I'm relaxed, and us relaxed girls are much prettier when we're not maked up. But either way, hey, I know you'll think different when I'm all maked up. Sounds delicious. I need to try me some of that type of food. Yeah. I wish you can try the pizza shop near us because they would serve the exact same thing, but I don't think it's like, it would I think like, no offense to the Mexican people, but they just put too much lime and lemon on their foods, and us Puerto Ricans, we don't really like that stuff. We're fine with just the traditional seasonings. We don't need lemon and lime on everything. So that's the only problem I have with eating outside food from a Spanish place. Because I'm sure without lime and lemon juice sprinkled over it, it would be great. But they always do that no matter what. And it's not like you have the option to choose whether or not. They just sprinkle it on the whole tray, and they just do that. Hi there, everyone. I'll always show the real me because that's the truest me. And if people are just whipped on how I look in J fashion and all my alternative fashion and just when I'm in alternative fashion, then you aren't real. You just like people playing a part of something.
Would you mind if I did a few things that you do? The razor's edge was the big one, and I was like, would you mind if I did the razor's edge?
When I dress in alternative fashion, that's my way of expressing myself. So that's real about me. But when I don't do that, that's when I'm legit being me, non-filtered.
Cody Rhodes, it's available every other Wednesday on WWE's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, Rhodes and Grease are going to be in the King of the Ring first round fatal four-way later tonight.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to drink with Prince is some of the most fun
Is it ever?
So that is must-watch programming.
Is it ever?
My number is 911.
Times in the past, Naomi attempted to win Money in the Bank. 4 times it went against her. Not last Saturday. Not with that kind of celebration. Not with this kind of Naomi. This version
alternative fashion is basically what you would call emo or gothic fashion.
Trying to pursue victory, but it was Naomi 2025's caught in her tail, who grabbed the briefcase and firmly established herself as WWE's most dangerous.
It's just that we call it alternative fashion because that's like, you know, the alternative of normal clothing. It's something that's abnormal. I like Naomi's bodysuit. It's her razor blade, but she has it all pink. The only problem I have with it is just that you can't tell it's a razor blade unless you look closely like I am. But I just love the color of the razor blade, how it's making a nice pink and purple effect when you view it. And she has a little bit of a dark purple underneath. Whether it's purple or black, I can't really tell, but it still looks pretty either way.
You know who was down with the briefcase for stopping? You know who distracted me?
If she just made whoever made the bodysuit can just make the blade parts, like, you know, more noticeable, then you could definitely tell far away. But some outfits are definitely made to just, you have to actually be in front of the person to see the details.
Just let it happen. But the Naomi now ain't letting nothing slide. I'm here for payback.
This pink makeup is nice too, and I like how she has an ombre effect on her hair. Her hair is really berry. It's half red and half berry, and those are my top colors that I always used to have in my hair. Where am I from? I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm 24 years old. What state am I in? I'm in the state of New York. And no, I would not go to a live event with you because I don't know you. And why the hell would any YouTuber want to go with one of their streamers out somewhere?
Ever since Tiffany Stratton captured the goal, she backs down to no woman.
Challenge after challenge has been met.
Do I usually stream with an alternative look and on Fridays? Do I look laid back? No, I'm definitely laid back in all my streams, but if it's a special occasion or a holiday, then yeah, I'll be in alternative fashion or J fashion. It depends. If you don't know what J fashion is, it's basically Japanese fashion, but it's kind of more cuter and more lacy and pastel colors. Kind of what like Tiffany Stratton's wearing. Oh, Tiffany, sweetie, you need to push down your skirt. Your skirt is flipped up a little bit, just a little.
Right now. See? but you're really just the same old Naomi. All talk and no action. And that's why you never beat Nia Jax, but please, prove us all wrong.
I'm stupid to you. Do I look like Boo the Fool?
Do I have a husband? No. I don't want one
I'ma cash
either.
in when you least expect it.
At least not right now.
Bitch, you heard me. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy making your life hell. Tick-tock, Tippy, your time is almost up. So I strongly advise you to proceed with caution.
I love it. It's a real villain arc for Naomi, and I love it because that's the life she. Because when she acts demented like that, she acts like a cartoon villain, and I love it. Behind you, doll.
Nia Jax is in the ring. Well, Nia Jax, who is irate after losing out in her Queen of the Ring quarterfinal.
Oh, Nia Jax, why do you still try?
Now getting dropped.
Oh, are those platformers Naomi is wearing? Because I wonder how big they are.
Nia Jax is back on top. Nia Jax, who was just in the Queen of the Ring first round that was won by Jade Cargill, and now it's squashing time. It is looking for the Annihilator against Tiffany, who cashed in against Nia, and wait a minute, could this be a moment here?
Of course.
Naomi was threatening to cash in that contract with Tiffany laid out after the Annihilator, and Nia jumps right into her face and tells her, stay out of this.
I don't like that because
things have gotten really interesting.
Nia Jax will really just stop Naomi to cash in.
Thank you all for coming.
And maybe that was the plan all along, but still.
We know this is a big decision, and we think this would be a huge opportunity for Fraxia.
Oh, you're not hurt. And you're not hurt if you expected me to say that, because you know yourself you wouldn't go anywhere with a person you literally don't know nothing about.
Yes,
who's dumb enough to do that?
Taking everybody's suggestions into account, Motor City Machine Guns. I said you're the veterans of this division. Resonated with me. Tonight, I want you to set the tone. You guys get the Wyatts tonight.
Set that tone, boys. Set the tone. Man, you should have picked me out. Whole tag team division setting them out.
Boo, boo.
I want a piece of cake.
Oh goodness. That would have been a disaster. Nia Jax wants clout. I don't know if clout is the right word, because you at least have to have a small following to have clout, which she doesn't really have because no one likes her that much, and whoever does, I have to assume that you just like her because, I don't know, maybe you have some sort of, like, you know, personal connection or something, because like some people like really do have an attachment to a certain wrestler because they actually like idolize them for so long. So I understand in some aspects, but when it comes to like their different storylines, or them having some weak storylines or weak gimmicks, then no, I have to always change my opinions on wrestling, on like wrestling superstars, because I can't be like, obsessed with one gimmick for so long. How many kids? I don't have any kids, but I do babysit a lot of them. Hi there. I said it would always be the same favorite wrestler. Yeah. This is different. Rhea Ripley is different, okay? Because even when she's a heel or a baby face, I still love her. So that's the case with Rhea Ripley, but that doesn't mean she's the only superstar in my life. I love Tiffany Stratton and Io Sky too. And for men, I like Seth Rollins. I like, not at the moment, but I'd always consider Seth Rollins one of my favorites. But Damian Priest is currently my favorite one, as well as Dominic. Children, and I don't want children by nobody, so fuck out of here with the children questions already.
Motor City Machine Guns. Tag team division was already red hot. All the top
say I'm an ace. Yes, I am.
Profits and things changed drastically on May 23rd. When this group returned.
Their first entrance in a long time. Not that I don't want children, it's just that I'm single and obviously not married, so why is having children that important? And I could be patient. I could be patient for the rest of my life, whether I have children or not, because even if I don't or do have children, I'm always going to feel fulfilled, because I love my family and my life that much to always feel fulfilled about my life. Triple H is poorly booking Io Sky with no storyline, no direction. Yeah, as of right now, but I hope that changes, because Io's popularity, is too high in demand for that to happen for long.
Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six, and getting right after it, right into the ring. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. Fast pace from the start. Now we did hear a message from Uncle Howdy last week, Wade. What did you make of it?
Well, it was kind of cryptically commented by Uncle Howdy, hard to decipher at points, but it's no secret that the Smackdown tag ranks have been 6 months worth of squabbles, backstabbing, and hatred. Where has the brotherhood been? Where has the respect been? I think the Wyatt Six here want to clear this thing up.
Dexter Lumis tagging in Joe Gacy and Lumis competing here, representing the Wyatt Six. The timing of their return that we mentioned did not go unnoticed, interrupting the tag team title match between Fraxium and the Street Profits. And to do it on what would have been Bray Wyatt's 38th birthday, they blew out a candle that night. Now they're looking to extinguish every tag team in their path. And
How late is it
everybody
in my
backstage,
country?
all the tag teams,
It's-
and general manager Nick Aldis gathered.
It's
and
10
saying,
minutes. It's
shot
20
and
minutes
Wyatt
away
Six
from
go out
10
to the
o'clock.
Well, the Motor City Machine Guns, perhaps bravely, perhaps unwisely, did indeed volunteer themselves to go first here.
Watch
Oh,
Ron
Casey
NXT too.
springboarding his way and hooks the leg.
As I said in the previous video, I'll start to watch NXT when it reaches 2K.
As they come, Detroit
I
versus everybody, and that apparently includes the Wyatt Six.
With a non-stop aggression early on from Gacy, and now Lumis enters the fray against Chris Sable.
Meanwhile, Uncle Howdy ominously staring on from the aisleway, flanked by Nikki Cross and Eric
For
Rowan.
me, Roxanne Perez should be the next women's world champion. She got the hottest storyline with Liv Morgan.
Gacy and Lumis trying to team up against Sabin.
I feel like when they lose their tag team titles, then they can work a storyline up to her and just Liv Morgan, because at that time, Dominic will be the only one with the title, and since he's kind of having, like, you know, a back and forth arguments with Finn Balor, then definitely he won't have it for long.
With the cross bodies. Good moment from Sabin and Shelley, but beware of Big Eric Rowan.
Thoughts on CM Punk? I still hate him, but not as much as I do Logan Paul. I don't hate him as much as Logan Paul, but I don't like CM Punk at all as a person.
42 days. You know, you described it perfectly earlier tonight, of all the chaos in this division, the competition in that elite tier.
What do I plan on doing tomorrow? Cleaning and doing whatever I want, because that's my time off, and
it's about the only thing that all of the
whatever I do in my time off is my business. If it's interesting enough, I will tell you. But as far as I'm concerned, nothing interesting happens when it's my time.
Band together and deal with this threat before getting back to normal business.
Looking
to take advantage with massive momentum. Axe handle coming off the top rope as Joe
I'm
Gacy
getting this soon.
is having a deal with Alex Shelley and Sabin.
It took a long time for the Motor City Machine Guns to dig their way into this matchup, but now they're on top, showing how devastating they can be. But wait a second.
And with that, the DDT. As Shelley was just stunned by Lumis and Gacy.
Unnerving group of individuals. What the fear of God into any team. Hats off to the Machine Guns for trying, but perhaps failing, to do something about it.
Gacy and Lumis double team, and Lumis comes flipping in with the senton and then into the cover, hooking away.
Tell you, a lot of the younger guys in this industry would have grown up watching the likes of the Motor City Machine Guns, perhaps Gacy and Lumis
Okay,
too.
I'm through with your husband and
Motor City Machine
children
Guns have
questions.
become the enemies now. No respect whatsoever, simply here to tear them apart. Who gave victory?
Gacy tagged back in, taking advantage against Alex
Hi,
Shelley,
Mama.
who's been
How are you?
taking continuous punishment
Welcome.
ever since he was stopped in his track by what you described perfectly as the unnerving actions of Lewis and Gacy.
Yeah, that's part of the issue. It's that mental
I just
battle
finished
that
dinner,
the Wyatt
so
Six like to wage
now relaxing.
before they follow it up with this physical battle. And we've seen the likes of Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis cause severe havoc during their time in NXT. We know how good these guys are in ring. And when half the battle is already won thanks to that psychological game of theirs, it just becomes that much easier to tear teams apart.
Yep.
With the big slam.
Me and my mom are just doing some just continuing our summer spring cleaning / spring cleaning.
Going the way of Uncle Howdy's men so far tonight.
Because since it's getting cold around here, since it's getting hot around here, and it's gonna probably get even more hotter on Wednesday, we need to start preparing and cleaning out, every corner of the room before, more bugs start to appear.
Nick Aldis and everybody made their
My mother cooked
in the tag division, and it's the Motor City Machine Guns
rice and carne
on the
guisada.
shoulder. Chris Sabin.
Hi there. Do you like living in Long Island? I've never been there, but I have a friend from there. I always love living in Long Island because it's my home, obviously. But as far as would advise other people to come? Nah.
Right now, Dexter Lumis just has no answer whatsoever.
You're better off staying in the city. People always told me I would probably adjust well to city life, but I just don't know.
Picking himself up. I don't know how much is left in Alex Shelley, but nevertheless, Chris Sabin's elected
Rhea
to take his
Ripley
partner in.
is getting lost as well with no storyline, no direction. Even if they move to Smackdown, there are a lot of women on there high level with their strength. Yeah, whatever they plan to do with either of those two, Io and Rhea, I just hope it's in a good favor with them, because they are too popular even when they're not doing kind of necessarily anything. So that's just a thing WWE always has to take into account. It's totally fine. It's totally fine, when top superstars such as those two don't do something, but not for a long time. So they just have to really just pick up the pace on what they want to really do with them.
Such unique, unorthodox offense, but highly effective.
Lateral press and the kick out at 2.
Dexter Lumis celebrating that moment there, perhaps.
Yeah, everyone should clean while they still can. While it's still not as decently. I mean, it's hot, but not really as hot. It won't start getting hot until next weekish, really. But if you don't clean, then a lot more spiders / ants will start to appear. Cause that's the time. That's the bugs that everyone has to deal with in the summer, either ants or flies or mosquitoes, and just always clean because they just hate cleansing materials.
Shelley setting them up, taking them down. Here comes the facial and they deliver it.
North Carolina. We have friends in North Carolina. That's cool. I've never been there though, but my brother has. Wait, no, he's been to South Carolina.
Well, that's how good the Motor City Machine Guns are. This is it, Joe Test.
Skull and bones. Set to be delivered. Oh, Joe Gacy comes in. Gacy comes in and breaks up the attack.
Well, I could only say it's probably sloppy because they're just rusty. That's all. They haven't been in the ring for quite a long time.
Right into the cover as he kicks free. You see Uncle Howdy giving instructions.
Finish it the way I want this finished.
As Dexter Lumis is going to the top rope. Oh, the massive high-flying leg drop. Welcome back, Wyatt Six.
Hi there.
Last week, Dexter Lumis had the match won already. respect, but as a high-flying legend, was exactly it. We'll save it down for the count.
It's an unpopular opinion, but I love Bray Wyatt's old song better. I love his first song, and I'll always love his first song even more than his, like, you know, his comeback song that he, like, you know, used before he passed.
First round fatal four-way, and look who's in it. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke.
Oh, Damian Priest. I wish he could win, but it's going to be Cody Rhodes, unfortunately, because it has to be. John Cena. Jimmy.
Have you seen our truth?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen Ron Killings?
Listen, man. I ain't seen either one of them.
I didn't see either one.
I know you're close. So do me a favor. Let him know I'm on the way to the ring right now. Tell him to meet me there.
And he will. R-Truth, mommy! Like, damn, keep up! He's called Ron Killings now! God damn it, Mom, I have to keep reminding you.
WWE superstar appearances too legendary to miss.
Computer wife, don't stall me.
Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
It's rare to see a young lady so into wrestling. Well, I've always loved wrestling, and I like to be informed as much as I can, because it's all to make up for times that I used to hate wrestling, because I really did hate wrestling for the longest time, because I was just so annoyed, like, you know, because I was into other things at the time, and my mom tried to influence wrestling towards us, but I would always say, that's a boy thing, Mom. I don't want to watch that. Why can't I watch my, you know, girly cartoons that I always watch? And she always would fight the TV, like, you know, fight for the TV with me, and of course I had to give it up to her because she's my mom, but then as I watched it, I got more interested in it, of course, and I was like, okay, I see why Mom watches it, but I still wouldn't watch it myself, and then finally I watched it and was at an age where I could watch it, like, you know, fully aware and fully understanding what's happening. So I was like, wow, that's cool. And then that's when I started getting into it. But I just wasn't aware of all the, like, you know, deeper stuff, like you would say, like, you know, the inner concept of plans or storylines and stuff. I wasn't aware of those until, like, you know, nowadays, like, so you would say. Now I'm fully aware on what happens or what could happen. Hi there. Oh, by the way, the Amazing Digital Circus just announced that episode 5 will be on June 20th, so you can definitely, like, you know, expect a reaction video. Once again, from Digital Circus, I'll definitely have it out, but I won't have it out on January 20th, I'll say that. I'll probably most likely record it on the 22nd, but I'll post it on the 24th, because that's how long it'll take to edit it. And I'm still looking out for my last few cosplay props, so that's just, like, you know, the time I'll just take into doing my cosplay, so I'm just juggling between those now. I'm 35. I started in the Attitude Area, which is the best. Too bad you couldn't experience that. No, but I have seen lots of videos of the Attitude Era, and frankly, I'm like, in my like inner self, I was like, how could people watch this back then? I like don't understand. I like don't understand how this was cool to anyone back then, but I like in a sense do. People loved more violence back then, and it was okay at that time. But I just never fully understand why. Hi there. What do you think about Ron Killing? I think the R-Truth name was better. I'll always call him R-Truth, kind of, but I understand why he wants to use it. I understand why he changed his name for real, because he just wants to do a serious gimmick now, because I think when he did a serious gimmick at the time of 2008, it was kind of too ahead of its time, but now, like, that he sees it, that the company, like, sees his value now, it had to take a firing, unfortunately, for them to realize that they see his value, his true value now, that he has to be serious, because as much as I'm sure he loved playing the R-Truth character, I'm pretty sure he wants to, like, probably have one, like, time where he's like, wow, he was serious that time, and I'm remembered, like, yes, Mommy, thank you. He was remembered as, like, someone who was funny and serious at the same time, and that's kind of like Bray Wyatt in a sense to me. That's like, Bray Wyatt's thing. He could be funny and scary and serious at the same time, and he was remembered as all of the above, and R-Truth will probably want the same thing. So this is fully valid and fully, like, justified. Mommy! I keep telling her, I'm not trying to scream in my stream.
WWE Champion John Cena, Saturday, June 28th. Night of Champions.
Is my cosplay outfit in J fashion manner? No. Cosplay is cosplay. There's no such thing as a J fashion cosplay. My advice, the best way to explain it is just to show you, so just stick around on my channel if you're willing to see how my cosplay is. Or if you can't wait that long, you could always just see my short videos. I have plenty of previous cosplays that I did here on the channel, and many that, like, my subscribers know me for. So check out my previous cosplays if you're interested. I've done lots from the series Has Been Hotel. That's the series that gave me the big break on here, and I'll always be appreciative of Zibzy Pop for that. I always dreamed that she would notice me, but that's a dream. That's a dream that I can be patient for forever. I'll always just represent, like, the love of the show, though.
John, these people are tired of being disrespected.
Did I get everything in the mail for the outfit? Yes. I'm just missing one thing. My fox ears. That's all. But as for the whole outfit-wise, I got everything. I could technically do the cosplay right now, except I don't have any fox ears. And I have my tail, but it wouldn't make sense to just do it with just my tail and no ears. So I could just do it with no tail and just cosplay the whole outfit. So technically I could, but I'll be patient and wait for the ears.
Maybe I'm a little bit too Obi-Wan Kenobi talking to Darth Vader, looking for Anakin Skywalker in there somewhere. I know he's in there. So I'm going to give you the chance in front of this legendary wrestling town.
What is my name? My name is Kayla in real life.
Stop what you're doing. Let these
People just call me KK for short.
Who and what you are. Let them put you on a pedestal on your way out.
I'm not much into cosplay, but the tail would do. I know. I have Desmond's creations to thank for that. I should put the link in his Etsy shop to, like, you know, give a reference if you want to see any of his previous tail work, because he does lots of fox tails.
Why? No.
What's the character? Someone in particular? Or you're just your own fox? No, I'm cosplaying a character from Has Been Hotel. Her name is Queen Beelzebub.
These people don't matter. This place
But people have seen me cosplay in a fox persona. That's like basically when I do that persona, it's basically an OC from the Hell of a Slash Has Been series. That's like, you know, the kind of OC I would have. But I haven't done that in quite a while, frankly, because I just don't want to be mistaken as a furry. But nothing I ever say will change people's minds about that. So.
All right, but now please, we'll do it your way. Let the disrespect begin. Ironically enough, your way is the CM Punk way. When that static hits and Cult of Personality plays through sold-out arenas, and everybody knows it's about to get real. And ladies and gentlemen on TV land watching on the USA Network, it is about to get real.
Do it, Pop. Go ahead. I like real people.
Here's the truth.
I think we all do, Ma.
Yeah, right.
There's an old saying. You tell
No one likes a
strong
fake
man
person.
lie to offend him. That's why it pisses me off when you, of all people, call me a hypocrite. Conversely, you tell a weak man the truth, and that offends him. And here's the truth, John.
I know, we're both great.
You can't beat me. When I'm at my best, you never could. And now, you said you're going to ruin wrestling. I'm taking it upon myself to go ahead and save it.
I love when she yells at the TV, yeah,
Bear
but
with me here, folks. I got a lot.
when I bet you if you were here, you would like cringe a little bit, only because she's literally yelling right next to you, so gotta cover your ears somewhat. I'm just used to it by now, so because I grew up with it. She'd been like this ever since she laid her eyes on wrestling.
Unwavering confidence in me and my ability that has brought me to the mountaintop time and time again. When people like you said they didn't see it, when people like you said I didn't have it. But I'm not as a confident man as you are, because I will not walk out into a sold-out arena dressed like a toddler who just struck out a T-ball.
Well, you know what?
Did you actually like that one? Because I personally would like that one stricken from the record, because you know who I sound like? Well, I sound like a PG John Cena. Which is ironic because you know who you sound like? I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna take the strap and leave. Man, you sound like CM Punk.
That's right, you do.
And that's ironic.
Want to ruin everything.
You're stealing my best material, John. I won the title. I left with the title. You're trying to follow in my footsteps.
Well, when you put it that way, he's not entirely wrong.
I did it. I said I was going to do it, and I did it.
Yeah, you
know
did
what?
it.
You couldn't stop me. You think challenging
Yeah,
the
he
United
did it.
Champions is going to stop me? John boy, just like old times. Here's CM Punk to make your title run interesting. Here comes CM Punk to make John Cena's retirement tour palatable, watchable. Get the
I
rocket
think she's
fuel
funny.
and
It
fuel
sounds
up
like my
that
mom when
private jet
football's
that you
on.
fly
Oh,
around in. I will follow you to Mars to beat your ass.
you're predicting the future too, because she's just like that when my brother forces her to watch football too. So she's just the same thing. We have to be Patriots fan because of my brother. So.
You are a goat, but so am I. And I've beaten you in my hometown.
So when the Patriots score a touchdown, she be wildin' just like she does now.
You are the goat that I will spit roast and sacrifice to the gods of wrestling.
Thank you. I'm 24 years
Who
old.
actually belong on a Mount Rushmore. Guys like Terry Funk, Harley Race, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero. The audacity to put yourself on a Mount Rushmore once, let alone 4 times. You're a joke.
Who am I related to? I'm related to those in my family, which is my mom next to me and my brother. And my sister who lives in Florida. And my eldest brother who I have no idea where he is at now. But I usually don't talk about my elder brother.
CM Punk at his poison tongue best.
The goat who I'm gonna spit roast, I see through you. Classic stuff by Punk.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but the truth hurts.
Or truth, or as he says, respect my name, Ron Killings being pulled off of John Cena.
Just like the rest of us, John Cena grossly
He's gone mad.
He's
gone mad.
Nowhere to hide now, John.
He looks so weird. That's what he looks like. I just need him to have, if he doesn't have dreads, I don't know what.
You know you suffered a tough defeat in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, so what's your mindset as you look ahead to the future?
I've won a new bank. I've cashed in my history. So no,
Bye-bye.
I'm not riding up anyone else. Tonight, I'm riding everyone who wants to be this. You get one step closer to becoming queen of the ring.
Well, I'm glad. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch my shorts.
There is only room for one queen.
I'm glad my
in this
creativity
division.
spoke to you somewhat.
You can't even talk to her.
I know. She did that on purpose, though. Not Charlotte using her robe to cover up Byron's face. That's such a slay thing that I would do. Just to tease, not to be mean, though. Like now, I could flip my hair in the camera. But that... Yes, thank you, girlie. But I was actually gonna say something nice about Charlotte's colors because I always did say silver and gold were her best colors.
What's the Bush just did? There are exceptions to every rule, I suppose.
I set the water on my side.
Oh. But Mommy has them. But anyway, there's there's socks near over there, but on the chair. I straightened my hair today. No, my hair is always straightened. The only times when it's not straightened is when like, you know, I actually take a shower and I just, like, you know, have it, like, you know, natural. Because after I shower, I never, like, you know, just wait for it to dry and then straighten it. I let it have a day to be natural. And then the next day I straighten. But no bandana today because I don't like when my bandana is on when I have my hair out like this. I would only keep my bandana on if I had a ponytail. But for those new on here, I wear a bandana, like, you know, a signature bandana that I always wear. But for Pride Month it's rainbow. But when it's July, I'll start wearing my black one again. For now, my Gojo plushie has it on. Who do we have winning? I have no idea. I wish it could be Alexa, but it's probably going to be Charlotte because people want a Charlotte versus Jade Cargill match to happen, so this is the only way we can see it. You want to see my bandana? I guess I can bring it though to show you for those that are new. Here's my vendetta, everyone. This is the one I'll wear for Pride Month. So, those who see me all the time wear this, they know, they see me wear it all the time. But I just don't like wearing it usually when my hair is out like this. I'll wear it for maybe like a half hour or two, but afterwards it just, like, you know, gets annoying on my head and makes me sweat more. So only when my hair is in a ponytail is when I'll most likely wear a bandana. The foxtail I think you could see on, I think I have it on my post honestly, so if you want to see like what the tail looks like, I have it on my post maybe, but correct me if I'm wrong. Then I'll just like, you know, bring you to it at the end of the stream so you can see it.
What's going to be an incredible weekend of action in Atlanta, and you can experience it both Saturday night's main event.
Alexa Bliss might win. I hope so, but I don't think so because they're really going to like, you know, move forward with Charlotte versus Jade Cargill, and this is the only way to do it. What? No? There's our truth.
What the hell are you doing, man? I already got an earful from Cena earlier tonight. Now you jumping again. I can't let you keep doing this on my show. What do you want me to do? Give me a match against Cena next week.
You and Cena next week?
Yeah.
Done.
It was that easy.
I'm driving now.
How about that? What? Against John Cena.
Cena.
On on Smackdown. Here we go. Queen of the Ring first round. Fatal four-way.
The foxtail is in the last live Friday thing. Yeah, it is, but to save time, I'll just show it after the stream. Unless it's on my post. I don't remember.
Meanwhile, what a matchup with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Face to face is Candice LeRae.
Am I a wrestler? No, I'm not a wrestler, and I don't want to be wrestling.
Well, Bliss and Flair are the clear favourites based on resumes, but don't make any mistake, this is not a two-horse race. Fire and LeRae are two vets, and they are desperate to punch their way up to the upper echelons of the women's division.
Thanks, Captain Cole. Appreciate that. You would probably leave a like for me. Thank you. I know you already.
And Charlotte Flair recently, you saw backstage moments ago. Remember, it wasn't long ago that Alexa extended her friendship to Charlotte after WrestleMania, an offer that was not embraced by the 14-time champion.
I'll tell you right now, Charlotte Flair is by far the least
popular woman. Charlotte is her best when she's wearing silver and gold, especially together like this. And this is a high compliment coming from me because you guys know I have a very strong opinion about Charlotte Flair and how much I very much dislike her. But when she's wearing nice stuff, I will admit it, because when girls are wearing nice stuff, I will say. Because that's just the fashionista part of me, to always acknowledge the best looking clothes.
Whatever path is needed.
As for Candice LeRae, I have no idea what she's wearing, because green on cheetah print. Ugh.
They're vying for the chance to fight for a championship at SummerSlam.
I know she has to have.
August 2nd.
I know she has to have, like, you know, a little bit of the DIY colors. That's the only reason I can say why she probably has green on her outfit, because she's representing DIY. But as for the cheetah print, I have no idea what she did there. Cheetah is not a good color to go with green. Unless, like, you're doing a jungle themed, like, you know, kind of concept, then I understand. But I highly doubt that's the case with her.
Jaded Piper Niven to advance in this Queen of the Ring, going off to the semifinals.
Bodies are dropping like flies now. The class of Charlotte Flair.
Oh! Alexa Bliss! Cross-body and right into the cover quickly. Oh, she's setting up the Sister Abigail DDT, but no, broken up by Fire and LeRae.
It's a lot of spamming.
Bliss had an epic performance in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, ultimately falling short. Straight back into the hunt tonight. You question what kind of condition that body is in after the amount of abuse it took on Saturday in Los Angeles.
Charlotte hooks the leg on Alba Fire, who's able to kick out.
And this has been an absolute scrap from the get-go. No one really grabbing any form of domination, but it's Flair who is up. And Flair looking to go for victory here.
I had to, because I felt like that guy was doing nothing but taking, like, most of the whole chats and copying and pasting them all over again and just repeating usernames, and I hated that.
You get all the action when you get to these tournaments.
I ignored it at first, but now I'm like, no, I can't.
Everywhere you look, the star power is so epic.
Yeah, these four-ways, they're such a great equalizer, because so much can happen. You can't really trust anybody, despite this effort from Alba Fire to ingratiate herself to Candice LeRae. But things can be over in the blink of an eye. Form book goes out of the window in these scrambles.
Ray and Alba Fire trying to team up against Charlotte Flair.
Thought it was a moderator. No, I don't have one.
Ray sends Charlotte down and then delivers the kick.
I'm my own moderator at the moment.
Pixie causing real damage here. What a score it would be to put away the Queen, Charlotte Flair, in this tournament. And it does irritate Charlotte Flair that we even have a Queen of the Ring tournament. Brings into question who is the real queen in this industry. And Charlotte Flair, with or without a crown, believes it is her.
I don't think she's bashful about saying that at all.
Not bashful about much.
No, she isn't.
And neither should be. She's got the greatest resume of all time. No one else is going to do it. Sing your own praises.
Of course, coming off the recovery and working her way back after the injury. So to this point, then a loss at WrestleMania. Fire trying to hook the leg and score the win. But Charlotte has not held a title since April 1st of 2023 to this point. When you think about her career, it's hard to think of that long a span without gold in the hands of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, Charlotte really feels it. She does not feel
I wonder if Charlotte's outfit is inspired by Golden Glider a little bit, because that's the vibe I get since Silver and Gold are Golden Glider's colors.
Championship opportunity at SummerSlam.
I do know Lyra Valkyria did have an outfit inspired by Golden Glider.
Piper Niven lose out in the quarterfinals earlier. Time to set things right for the Secret Service by punching your ticket to the semi-finals.
It's the round. It's a fatal four-way for Queen of the Ring spot.
Fire and LeRae. Time and again they have
Charlotte,
looked at each other and said,
Charlotte,
why not? Let's take advantage
Candice
against
LeRae,
Charlotte Flair.
Alba Fire, and Alexa Bliss. I miss Blair Davenport. She will make the women's division very intriguing with her aura, and she, the character, made a mistake to release her. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I was like, wait, I'm thinking about the same person because I could have sworn. But I'm thinking of Tatum Paisley. I'm thinking of Tatum Paisley. That's why. But yeah, Blair Davenport was like, you know, a good NXT wrestler. I do miss her too.
History of WWE coming to Lexington. This is the night. The crowd has come out. 11,922 in the midst of seeing Queen of the Ring first round fatal four-way this tournament to see who advances to the semis, who eventually can win a championship opportunity, and still to come. It'll be the King of the Ring fatal four-way. Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Nakamura. Are you kidding me? Yes! Alexa coming underneath and sending them. As Alba and Candice were trying to get the double superplex on Charlotte Flair.
So smart by Bliss there. Went for the woman who took the biggest landing of them all, Charlotte Flair. Close to victory, but just not quite enough. And I'll say right now, this has been a scramble from the off. It has been all-out offense from all four winning. No thought with defense whatsoever. And right now, that second win is Alexa Bliss.
Now remember how she started off this match by interrupting the Queen's ring entrance and making a statement right away. And now those two right in the center of the ring.
They showed you that video. This is Alexa Bliss.
What video?
Championship gear. She's
Oh, no. I mean, I saw that video, but I didn't.
Right off of Charlotte, the cold
Yeah, I know.
Alexa.
We saw that, but they were. It would have been funnier if they didn't do voiceover of it.
Keep an eye on everyone. Who might
Natural selection. Everybody bringing their best stuff. That front suplex, the blockbuster, the natural selection, and now Charlotte, is she locking it in on Alexa? Could she bridge the figure eight? Look at this. Queen of the Ring first round tournament, bridging the figure eight, and springboard lion salt.
You did a good thing, Candice LeRae.
Charlotte breaks the figure eight.
Well, right before Alexa Bliss could have tapped out there, saving the match for everyone.
Hi there.
Candice LeRae, and now Alba Fire going in for the kill.
Into the cover, Alba Fire. Oh. And Alexa Bliss breaks it up. Remember, Alba Fire subbing in for Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm glad Alexa Bliss was smart and decided to put scrunchies over the ribbons that she has, because I said many times that she had just regular bow ribbons just around her hair, and obviously when she's fighting they would come off, and she was like, and I'm like, you might as well just, like, you know, have your hair out if they're gonna fall off. But I'm glad she was smart and decided to put, like, you know, real barrettes, and then she put the ribbon over them. So now if she loses them, it won't make her hair fall out.
It's why she is perennially at the top of the industry. And
Hi
keep
there,
that Alexa Bliss But keep your eyes peeled. Oh, there's a roll-up. Scoreboard and Charlotte. Oh,
yeah.
DIY's latest member, Candice LeRae, almost stealing it.
Big spear by Charlotte to advance. And somehow Candice LeRae kicks out.
That is astounding durability from Candice LeRae, who ate that spear flush. But out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, here she goes again. She was looking for that figure four, but instead Alba with the super kick just in time.
Got a Sherman though with Chelsea Green's on. It was time for her pretty hard. Failed. Boot to the face.
Oh my gosh. You have,
green shirt and now
yeah, I was like, you have a Chelsea green shirt over your suit. But I always said I always wanted a Chelsea green shirt because I just love her concept of her, like, you know, many face. Ha ha, ha ha. You got distracted. That was your fault. You got distracted. Yeah, you were waiting on that. You could have just stopped Alexa Bliss.
Charlotte Flair's perspective, she had the match won, but stealing it at the death was the crafty.
But you seem unbothered for some reason.
Tied up in knots. Wow.
Charlotte thought she won. Alba gave way, but Alexa with the sister Abigail in the
who's gonna fight Alexa Bliss?
Alexa wins, will find out who her second
I have no idea.
opponent will be this Monday on Raw.
I'm glad Alexa Bliss won. I just honestly thought it would be Charlotte. I'm so glad it's not though, because we don't need another obvious choice to win.
You know we can't run away from each other forever. I know. Good luck tonight. After Night of Champions, you'll see who's chasing who.
Because he's a top star. The top star is going to take long. I was confused by the ending, but let's go. I've heard a theory that Alexa Bliss is trying to use Charlotte as a vessel to bring to life Lily, and I'm like on board with that idea, but I just don't know how if it would actually work. Like that's an idea, but I don't know if it. I have to actually see it to be into it, you know. Who's the highest paid wrestler? I would think Roman Reigns, honestly, but I have no idea. By the way, people were worried that, that Roman Reigns, would be cut from, WWE a little bit because, how they did how they fired some people to save money. They thought they would, cut Roman Reigns' pay a little bit because they're really, have no reason to pay him because, that's sweet. They have no reason to pay him that high for someone who only shows up for a limited amounts of time and at specific times, so, But I don't think that's the case anymore because I heard recent news that they're working out a new deal, and that doesn't require that.
The first round of the King of Queen of the Ring tournament rages on. We'll get to the semifinals of the King of Queen of the Ring tournament.
They're only paying Cena now because they have to. His time is really limited, and who knows if he'll even stay this long. Because I know the whole purpose of him going, into retirement is to retire, but when a WWE superstar retires, they don't necessarily retire forever. So even if they're retired, they don't retire because there's plenty of superstars that say they're retired, but they come back like multiple times to not be retired anymore. They just are considered still retired because they don't do it full time, but they'll do it like, you know, on special occasions though. I just googled it, it says Brock Lesnar. I guess like, you know, because they're still applying to like, you know, the time that he spent as champion, so he was really paid a lot at the time, but I have no idea as of now. He's probably still paid because he's still under contract, but he's not doing any work for WWE, and he still has legal allegations against him, so who knows if they're still paying him that much money. They said Roman Reigns might retire. Yeah, he's gonna retire soon, but I think he has 2 more years, he said. Cena and The Rock are movie stars, yeah. And John Cena is only being temporarily paid because I don't think he still gets paid like, you know, back when he was doing his acting stuff. I don't think WWE was still paying him like, you know, anything because they didn't have to, because he's not a full-time superstar anymore, and he's only here on limited time, but it's consistent limited time, so that's the only reason why they're paying him so much. Thank you. Cena sucks at acting, in my opinion. I don't know. Well, it depends what the movie is about, because he's actually funny in comedies, no lie. But as far as action movies, I can't really take him that serious in action movies. I can't take him that serious in action movies. I mean, he really tries to, and John Cena has a powerful voice enough to, like, you know, be an intimidating or a heroic character, but I just don't see him as that type. When it comes to a comedy, he'd be peak, and he's the meme king all the time when it comes to comedy acts. There's too many John Cena memes to count for him to, like, you know, not be labeled as funny.
Here in Lexington, and then next Friday, running a Smackdown, Wade goes to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And King and Queen of the Ring tournament, it heats up again.
And we saw earlier on tonight, last year's losing finalist, Randy Orton punches ticket to the semi-final. He goes head-to-head with Sami, Zayn.
Cena is about to make bank in the match versus CM Punk in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, the reason why people thought it was, like, you know, shocking, because I think CM Punk was banned, not forever, but for a limited time in Saudi Arabia. That's why I could have sworn he didn't show up in the last, like, you know, Crown Jewel. But I know they'll get this worked out, because they did for Sami Zayn, and they'll definitely do it for him, so it'll all work out for him. I didn't see the Fox sale. I was checking out Inktober vid. Very electric styles going from anime to wrestling, kind of fascinating. I like both, so as far as I'm concerned, this is not a wrestling channel. This is a whatever I want to be channel. I could love anime one day. I could post about anime the next day. I could post about drawing the next day. I could post about singing the next day. I only decided to live stream wrestling because I'm like, would people really want to hear my opinions about wrestling? I know I have a lot of them, but would people actually want to hear them? So I did it out of curiosity, but Look where my curiosity led me. Someplace good. At least I hope. You could be interested in a lot of things and still like a lot of things.
Ew.
I liked anime way before I liked wrestling, so it's not really a shock up to me.
Yeah. Cole were excellent on the call of Money in the Bank, but one of the wow moments, I think you jumped out of your seat.
I have no idea what any of that means.
Andrade when he hit that sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder on Andrade Americano.
Yeah, that was a devastating movement. Earlier in the night, Andrade took a ladder to the wedding tackle out on the floor. It's cold steel. The wedding tackle, you know what? Every man on planet Earth knows what I'm saying there.
Hi, Presley. It's fine.
Terrified me more during Money in the Bank than that particular impact on the softest British wedding tackle. I don't know how to say it more politely than that, Juice. That's what I'm trying here. You're backing me into a corner. You'll be fired if you carry on like that.
Hi there.
Hey.
Seen a female so enthusiastic about wrestling and also deep in anime as well. I know I love being versatile, but to be honest, all this cuteness has to come from somewhere. Yeah. I show my chill and feisty side with my love of wrestling, and my cute and optimistic side with anime and cosplay. That's the way I always like to see it.
Drew McIntyre, those threats seemingly behind the big man now, focusing back on achieving big things here on Smackdown and
I think Orton is going to take the title from Cena at some point. I don't know.
Wildly interesting combination of talent in the ring right now. Hearing first round of the tournament, fatal four-way. No DQs, no countouts. The first to win by pinfall or submission advances.
Mark John, Rahul.
It's a championship opportunity at SummerSlam. That comes away from MetLife.
My bisexual Undertaker. I wish he could win, but I know it's going to be Cody because it has to be.
Right now, the King of the Ring is a big enough motivator on its own, but since they added that World Championship or WWE Championship stipulation to the prize, it just grew bigger and bigger, and now it is an absolute peak, historically speaking.
You can understand the early feeling out here.
You made an enemy out of two of those guys, you know.
I love this from Nakamura. There are no prizes.
I thought of that. I just realized that. And Nakamura made an enemy out of Cody Rhodes and Andrade, at least at some point.
Nightmare with an early statement as Nakamura exited the ring, and now Andrade and Priest right in the center of the ring of the striking combinations from Damian Priest.
One of the best that Orton takes the title because they have history.
Unsurprisingly, Andrade
So did CM Punk, and
Andrade off to a
so did Seth
very good
Rollins.
momentum
I think.
gathering
I don't
start.
remember too much.
big dreams.
Cody intercepts and then eats
Either
an
way,
elbow.
he's going to fight
As
all
Cody
his
Rhodes in
old
action
kin.
inside the ropes on Smackdown since February 7th.
Every wrestler that he fought with or had a good rivalry in the
Right into the
past,
cover by Priest.
he'll fight.
Broken arrow
I'm
connecting
just
early.
sad.
I'll tell you what,
I'm just so
Andrade
sad that
was
it won't be
not
Bray
expecting
Wyatt,
the
because if Bray Wyatt was here, he would have had such a good, he would have had such a good, like, you know, round 2 rivalry with him, and I'm so upset that we'll never see that. And it wouldn't be the same if it was Bo Dallas and him. Well, would it be? I don't think so. Maybe somewhat, but not really.
Came all the way around the ring, got up on the apron. He saw an opening against both Cody Rhodes and
Have I
Damian
tried
Priest.
watching UFC? And if so, I only watch UFC if my brother, like, you know, tells me to, but willingly, no. But I enjoy some UFC fights. They are like, you know, fun to watch sometimes. It's just that, I don't know, it's just different than watching, like, you know, WWE. There's no convoluted storylines or nothing, and I'm not really into the idea of just watching people fight for just fighting.
Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Shinsuke Nakamura,
I like some story and concept to all of any great battles. Who's my mom's favorite? Anybody who's a baby face, it would seem, because my mom only cheers for baby faces. My mom's very biased on the baby faces. She really has, like, you know, the naive spectator perspective when it comes to wrestlers. If they're babyface, she'll love them, and if they're heels, she'll hate them with all the, like, hatred in the world. She doesn't get the analytic point of view, but I won't, like, you know, take that away from her. So. They should have done something scary tonight for Friday the 13th. Yeah, I don't think they really care about that, because Friday the 13th is just, like, you know, relevant to whoever either watched the movie or just, like, likes all that, like, mythical dark stuff.
Secondly, he has that huge range.
I hardly watch wrestling anymore, pretty much just UFC. If it's a good match, I'll watch UFC, but as far as all the time, no.
My question, if anybody in the entire field of this tournament is more highly motivated than Cody Rhodes to win this thing, secure the crown, yes, but
in case you haven't heard, my Cash App is up and running, and it's in the link down below, and as well as my Ko-Fi. So if you would like to donate to any of those links below, they're ready for you in case you do. Thank you if you have donated. I won't know until later, but thank you so much for that. And I'm sorry that Soundwave, you're not here to watch this, but if you decide to watch this on your own time, then thank you for the donation of $35 2 days ago. It was much appreciated and in my stockpile.
On Rose.
The most wrestling I do now is 3 or 3. Yeah, some people say that, but I'm just sorry that you can't, like, you know, actually watch it, because I would get copyrighted if so. But I'll always keep you informed when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to WWE and any news related towards it. And Donald Trump loves UFC 2, he's only there.
Only 2 weeks
yeah,
away tonight, Saturday, June 28th. The question is, who will be in the finals of King of the Ring?
That's the hook part about UFC.
And it has been non-stop since the start with Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura, who is putting Priest in that compromised
the man upstairs will ruin everything for every pop culture thing. It takes more than his presence to stop my spirits.
while laying in wait. Yes, he's absorbed some punishment himself, but he's been waiting for this moment. And he has to make it
There's
count.
probably a wide variety of people that watch UFC. Yeah, there's lots of celebrities I be seeing. Even the WWE superstars themselves love UFC. I see Rey Mysterio go to almost every UFC match.
You can't take that much time against someone the caliber of Cody Rhodes, arguably.
Do you go back and watch the classic matches, or is it the attention to the storyline that really drives you in?
First round action.
I do both. I'll go back and watch classic matches because
Off the top rope comes Andrade. Yeah, you go on the offense with a figure four. You're just asking for someone to pounce in this.
I watch both because I like to get a perspective on, like, you know, both aspects, because people have different perspective on things based on the eras that they watch from. So I watch both just to, like, get both perspectives, or just to feel the nostalgia of my, like, you know, eras that I grew up with. But unfortunately, I can't say much about the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression era. I only know based on, like, you know, highlights and archives that are on the YouTube channel, like of WWE. I don't talk about politics with Hill's relationship. I don't want to talk about politics now because I want to consider this channel a channel to get away from all that stuff, not a channel where we'll debate all this stuff, because when you debate all this stuff, it brings nothing but trouble, especially since people take it too seriously or are either dumb as fuck and don't get it at all.
Cody Rhodes saw the danger a mile off just before perhaps the arm of Andrade was snapped. Oh, they're going to tap out.
Here's Cody, who can advance out of this first round and make it to the semifinals of King of the Ring.
Yeah, so frantic in there right now. Cody Rhodes saw his moment.
I remember last week watching your season. Yeah. And the worst part is that some of the fighters, like, you know, go to greet him. And I understand why they have to. And they can't be biased ever when it comes to them. But they can choose whether or not to greet them. Hello, fellow KK. I'm glad you found me, KK.
Cody says anything it takes. If this is the path to getting back to a world championship,
my favorite is Sean O'Malley. Lost last week again. Yeah. That was the upsetting part, because he was so good the last time. I wonder why he sucks so bad now. And I missed when he had pink hair. I know he has braids. I know he has braids sometimes, but I love him when his hair is all out and poofy.
I don't know how this can possibly end well for any of these three men.
He's going to bring down the legs of Andrade and deal with him himself. Oh, right through. Little Slim Jim table snap.
Well, Cody Rhodes just fell on his own sword, and it's Nakamura with all the power now.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest as he tries to slam down the head of Priest, but Priest able to get the best of him.
John Jones. I have no idea who that is, but I've heard that name. I don't know if you remember the episode where of SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs goes to, like, his Navy reunion, and there's a guy named Lockjaw Jones. Is that, like, you know, a reference or something to him? Because that's pretty funny, if so.
Oh, what a big boot as Priest is laid out onto the table at this point.
Do I watch boxing? Yes, I watch boxing too, if there's a good match that my brother tells me about. But willingly, no, I do not. John O'Malley's too busy doing social media and making money with endorsements, not training enough. Yeah, that's usually the case with some UFC fighters, but then again, I wouldn't know shit because I hardly watch it, so I can't really say really, like, you know, well thought out opinions about any UFC fighter.
They send him flying into timekeeper. Andrade and Nakamura, and now it's Andrade being turned down by Nakamura. Nakamura looking to close things out here.
I'm familiar with that name too, not Diaz, but I am like, you know, I don't have like, you know, a picture of his face. I have to like see it in order to like really truly remember it. Rose, Cody Rose, Cody Rose.
Shinsuke Nakamura driving that knee right into the chest of Andrade.
You hear this audience attempting to rally Cody Rhodes.
Thanks for joining.
He may be done and dusted, took a hell of an impact earlier on through that table, and he's barely moved since.
Sorry, I can't join in the fangasm, you guys, because I have no idea who most of you are talking about.
Teeter-tottering on the top, not where you want to be.
I love the fangasm, and I won't take that away from y'all, though.
That is what is on the line. King of the Ring, this is the first round fatal four-way of the tournament. Andrade and Shinsuke Nakamura battling right now. As Damian Priest is somehow back to his feet. He was smashed up and over our announce desk and into the timekeeper area. And now he's lining up the razor's edge as Shinsuke tries to fight him off.
Yeah, you fight tooth and nail to get the hell out of that one.
Meanwhile, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, he went through a table some time ago, and he has yet to recover. Andrade puts the leg, and he couldn't advance.
Simply no way out of danger in this kind of match. There's always someone lurking, ready to pounce. And right now it's Nakamura with a Pele kick to the back of the head of Andrade, all men down, bar one.
But how much has been taken out of Nakamura? As you see Cody Rhodes trying to get to his feet. Cody went through a table earlier, and now Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, trying to advance himself. He wants a world championship opportunity to regain his status.
The indefatigable human spirit of Cody Rhodes shining through here.
Rhodes getting the best of Priest.
You feel that noticeable jump in energy. This audience is starting to believe once again. Just an American Nightmare.
Setting up crossroads, but instead, Shinsuke able to counter. Shinsuke Nakamura looking for Kinshasa.
Connects.
Hooks the leg. Cody advance. Andrade with a last second save.
Cody Rhodes' eyes just rolled in the back of his head. A nice move, schoolboy, into the buckles there by Andrade. This one swinging back, forth, left, right, up, down.
That's a phrase that they say all the time when you get knocked out. Or when you're about to die.
Right here as he comes in with the running double knees.
As Andrade found a new gear in recent months, the acquisition of Triple A has fired up something inside of this ultra.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Here comes Priest.
Once again,
trick.
You saw the spinning elbow. Looking to deliver the message. Andrade, is this enough? Shinsuke Nakamura. Fatal four-way action everywhere you look.
Nope.
Scorpio
We're loving siblings today.
Nakamura certainly did not catch Andrade flush, but it broke up the pin, and that was enough for now at least.
We're loving siblings today, right?
Today is Friday. It's the only right that we
We're
love. We love. We don't do this.
Yeah, get out. Get out.
Fatal four-way.
Every shot is so heavy in this matchup. I'm feeling every thought reverberating through the arena.
Here comes Cody. Cody Rhodes rallying back.
Yeah, that's fine. Those French fries are hard and gross anyway.
Looking to deliver. Instead of Razor's Edge, it's Cody. Delivering the Cody cover.
Oh, that one was as sweet as I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
He wants it badly to get back into position.
There you go. I hope that was satisfying.
Oh. And he says, I'm ending it right here, right now.
Yeah, you thought.
Cody is counted. Cody Rhodes. Crossroads counter.
Yeah. Last week you attacked back. Yeah, because he slapped my face, and whenever we slap each other's face, that's when the fighting really starts. But if he's just throwing my head around like that, that's nothing.
Well, let's have a look, Wade, because we have three of our four semifinalists. Cody, Randy won tonight. Wow. Sami's in. Who will round it out? It is a ride to SummerSlam for the Night of Champions. That's how it just starts. Massive.
I see it now. Probably Jey Uso. And it'll be a clash of those four. Well, two, you know. Yes. How long does it run? I'm interested in the foxtail. It's not a long tail at all. It's a short one. Because if I had a long tail just like the actual character, I would definitely trip over that because I am very small. So that tail would be bigger than my whole body.
Who do you think gonna beat John Cena for the title?
I have no idea, but though I can't possibly know that.
I'm just saying, who do you maybe think?
I don't know.
Maybe Randy Orton, maybe?
That would be my better choice, but I'm not really sure because he hasn't really fought all his old rivals for me to decide that. Didn't I trim the tail a little? Yeah, I did trim it because it was very tangled, but I trimmed it to my liking, so it looks fine. It's just that I just hate that I have to brush it every time, like after I'm done using it, but I could probably fix that by just hairspray. But that won't happen until I actually officially start recording because I'm not just gonna hairspray it now so it can get all hard and gross, just like, you know, on the day of. So that's why. But I'll showcase my tail. Take a walk with me.
So that way, CM Punk could be for the title.
For those new, this is my room that I'll be doing it on Monday. That I'll be doing the streams on Monday. There's my tail right there. This is the belt that I'll have on with the cosplay. This is a pink belt and the shorts are on my bed. But this is the tail and see, it's all rainbowy and lava lamp like. I wish I could show you in my like, you know, light strip how it looks because it does look like it's changing color in the UV light, but it would be too dark to record, so I can't, unfortunately. But that's how the tail works. And see how it's not too small. Can I see a picture of the character? I can green screen it. Here, let me green screen. I just need to find it. Oh man, I just hope it doesn't lag. Come on. Okay. Okay, there's the character. That's who I'm cosplaying. Okay, we'll see that. Her name is Queen Bee. That's the character I'll be cosplaying. And here's just a little preview of me with half of the cosplay on. It's not ready yet, but I still have to do more stuff on it. That's just what I have right now. So thank you for being interested. I'm pretty sure the results will be worth your while if you stick around, if you want to, though. It's up to you. But thanks for watching. Either way, this definitely was one of the better streams because I felt like, we finally got like the storylines clarified that I actually wanted to see. I wanted to see like Fatu's reaction to his whole betrayal, and I was looking forward to like Naomi's celebration type speech, and it was great. I loved her. I love how her hair gets either more redder or more pinker. It depends on what mood she's feeling and stuff, and that's great. And I think I'm still on Team Tiffany's Stratton either way, but it's interesting that Alexa Bliss won because I really thought it was going to be Charlotte. And what do you guys think? Are you really down for that idea where Charlotte Flair will be her Lily Doll's vessel so she could come to life just like all the other, Firefly Funhouse puppets did? So, if so, what do you think? Would that really actually happen? And would Charlotte Flair be able to pull off that kind of gimmick? I don't know. Let me know. Thank you, Ivy Queen Zenner. I hope I pronounced that right. But anyway, thank you for being a part of the PK crew now. Thank you, and thank you, Mackenzie, for saying my room looks nice. It's not really that nice, but I make it look as good as I can though. All my wigs are just poorly placed on just hooks, and my headset where I record all my voices. But thanks. This was a really fun stream, and I appreciate all the likes. I never had a count this high, so I really love it. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. But tune in on Monday as we see the last two matches for King and Queen of the Ring, and it'll be really interesting to see who's gonna be the final four, and then who we gonna have face at the grand finale of Night of Champions, because the thought of Roxanne, Perez, or Alexa Bliss being queen is definitely a game changer, because we never had a queen with a gimmick type run where they have a gimmick and they're putting it with their King and Queen of the Ring. And that would be interesting if we had a dark queen such as Alexa Bliss. What would life be like in WWE if we had a dark queen? I for one would love it, just because I'm biased on the whole Edge theme. But as far as the men go, I have to assume now that we're just basically having a match of the top stars, because as far as I see, Sami Zayn is going to probably fight Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes is probably going to fight Jey Uso, and whoever wins, like, you know, yeah, that really tells, like, you know, which match was, like, you know, longed for the most. So that's all, like, you know, I really see out of that. But we won't know until next week, so join me next week as we do our usual live stream for Monday. I didn't clean the lights, but I cleaned around it. I have to do it tomorrow, but join me again on Monday as we continue King and Queen of the Ring tournament and get through all the other storylines so we can finally come forth with Night of Champions. So thanks for watching, and remember, do it all with idle energy. Bye. Bye.